Hey y'all, it's your girl Barbie J here. Welcome to my channel, June BLC. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Barbie J here with a recap and review of Tyler Perry's comedy drama, Sisters, Season 9, Episode 6, New Normal. And this episode was okay. A lot of these episodes now have been a little bit emotional for me in certain areas. But then there was the comedy part with Maurice helping, Sabrina in her situation. But I'm going to give y'all a brief breakdown so I can move along and catch up on my recaps and reviews. I did it for the last one and I keep doing it for everything until I catch up. So forgive me if I don't do my regular detailed information as I usually do in the recaps and reviews. And so before we get started, if you're new here or if you're returning and have not subscribed to this channel as of yet, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell and select all. It'll let you know every time I upload any new content to this channel. Then I ask that you smash that like button, which is the thumbs up button, write a comment and join the conversation and share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring, y'all. And you want to help assist this channel grow. I really got to build it back up. So you're really helping me build my channel back up. I fell off this year and because of things that I was going through and doing. So I need y'all to help me build my channel back up. And I can only do it with the wonderful people as yourselves who have been holding me down. I love you guys and I appreciate you. Now, in this episode, it seems like everybody is going through, not everybody, but a lot of them are going through a new normal. Sabrina's going through a new normal. Karen's going through one. Danny is. Zach is. Andy is. Fatima is. All of them seem to be going through a new normal. Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? No, I think that's it. I think I got everybody. But what's a strange new normal is Sabrina having to get used to seeing Maurice and Paige being friends and cool with each other. That's a new something that's going to be normal for now, at least. Anyhow, let me start by character breakdown. That should go faster because I'm trying to get these reviews done in under like 12 minutes. I swear, I'm just trying to get them done. I know I usually go to maybe 20 minutes, but I can't do that right now because your girl Barbie J is playing catch up. So let's start with Sabrina. Sabrina herself is trying to find a new normal for her love life after, breaking up with Rich. She's looking for a new way of moving on, and she's being guided by Maurice. And y'all know him. He's encouraging her to explore the world of casual dating and hookups to get over her heartbreak from Rich. And we all know that that's something very foreign to Sabrina. And just think about it. This is a significant shift for her character. Her character is usually being portrayed as someone seeking committed relationships. And now they turning her into how Maurice say, a hoe. Anyway, she is being guided step by step through this new approach by Maurice and actually also with a little help from Paige. Paige turns out to be an undercover HOE. She seemed to know a little bit about this stuff, and it is turning Maurice on. He is so excited and proud of Paige. It's so funny, their relationship. And as we all see, this episode seems to be exploring the challenges and the humorous situations that arise as she navigates through this unfamiliar territory. I told y'all, highlighting her struggles to reconcile her past desires with her new, more daring approach. So you go ahead, Sabrina. We gonna see what you do with that. I don't see it really happening, but let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? Next, we have Andy. The episode actually starts off with her leaving Robin a voicemail message She's actually responding to his voicemail message from at least 5 days ago, at least. It probably more than that. It's probably a week now. But anywho, we see that Andy is continuing her legal pursuit of that dreadful Dr. Cruz, who she is determined to take down. But she is encountering some resistance and some obstacles. But even though Andy is facing these significant setbacks in this case, we know that with her skills and her determination, she gonna make something happen. You watch, because we are seeing Andy having to regroup and strategize in the face of this obstacle. And it's going to test her resolve as she fights for justice against a powerful adversary, which is Bradley. I believe he's another managing partner at the law firm, right? And he believes that Dr. Cruz is innocent and not racist. And why? Because he plays golf with him. He's his golfing buddy. Come on, y'all. Anywho, next we see Karen, who she's still struggling with PPD, or should I say postpartum depression, and dealing with the emotional fallout and grief from the loss of her child. And in this episode, we see that the writers tried to delve deeper into her emotional state, basically showing us her trying to navigate the complex emotions of loss while also trying to find a new way to move forward. Remember, they showed her coming in there, calling herself wanting to cook, saying she got to cook. And I don't know why they have Danny or Andy, and I'm trying to talk about Karen don't cook. They're the two who never cooked. Andy really never cooked until these new writers came trying to make her seem like Betty Crocker when the season started with Jordan. But no, Karen cooked before for Zach and them, so I don't know where that came from. Also, I don't recall Sabrina cooking either. Y'all put it down in the comment section if I'm wrong, but I don't recall any of them really being cooks but Karen. And they actually tried to say that Miss Lisa can't cook either. And I'm sitting there going, where is this coming from that these writers are putting this in there? But anyway, I don't have much more to say about Karen because her part was so emotional, and it's been in every episode for the last 5 episodes, 6 episodes, whatever it is. And it's just enough is enough. It actually makes me sad watching her go through all of this stuff. So next, let's talk about Zach, whose mental health is being challenged as well. Zach is still grieving the loss of his baby with Karen while preparing for the arrival of his child with Fatima. This poor man, he don't even know what he should be feeling or how he should be feeling. Should he be being strong? Is he allowed to cry? He's just going through so many emotions, and I was so happy that Danny stopped by to talk to him and try to get in his head and let him know. In the last week's episode, she let him know that he is allowed to grieve as well and cry and be emotional and miss. That's what he needed to hear. But then the synopsis says Zach finds comfort in an unexpected source. And that's when he went to the gym. Y'all remember that scene? He went to the gym and an older man was talking to him. The older man's name was Keys. And he kept telling Zach, he was giving him a little advice and stuff. He told his story about what happened with his family, which Zach is like, wow, because Zach didn't think anybody understood what he was going through. But this man has been through something similar. And he said, if you ever need to talk or you need just somebody to listen, I'm here for you. And when he said that, it made Zach think, you know what? I need to do something. And Zach went to see Karen. When Karen was a zombie in her house, she just got up. They heard her knocking and she walked over to the door and opened it. And it was Zach. And she looked at him like, what are you doing here? And actually, that's how this episode ended. But anyway, in this episode, we see that Zach is dealing with growing tensions with Fatima as they confront the cracks in their relationship over their future and her pregnancy. But I think part of the tension that's happening with them is that he doesn't talk to her. She keeps saying, talk to me. How do you feel? Let me know what's going on. Maybe you should talk to somebody, whatever. Because the sad part is, last week he talked to Danny and didn't have a problem. And next week he's going to talk to Karen and not have a problem. So why can't he talk to his fiance who's right there with him? Why is he pushing her away? She's feeling some kind of way too. And he's telling her not to feel some kind of way, but she expressed maybe it's her fault. Maybe she should have took Karen to another hospital. Maybe she could have gotten there faster. Maybe, and when Karen gets over this, will she blame Fatima and accuse her? And Zach is like, I don't blame you for anything. No, you don't, but you're not talking to her and you're not expressing yourself with her and you're pushing her away while she's carrying your child. You have another child on the way. That one passed, and that was sad. Yes, your mother died, this child died, but you have one growing inside your fiance. That was your old girlfriend. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like he should be able to get through it a little bit easier or be able to talk to Fatima about it. But one last thing is that this episode is basically showing us the emotional strain that Zach is under as he's navigating between both these two relationships, with one with Fatima and one with Karen. Contrasting circumstances, a birth and a death. So this is something else. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Y'all put it down in the comment section how y'all feel about all of this. Another thing we are seeing is that Fatima's dealing as well with the pressures of her and Zach's future together and their, impending parenthood. She don't know what's going to happen because she's feeling some kind of way of Zach not talking to her. But I wonder if she's going to start feeling some kind of way that he spoke to Danny and he spoke to Karen. Now he done spoke to some stranger at the gym. I'm just like, but he won't talk to his fiance. And is she still keeping her pregnancy a secret? Do y'all know? Do any of the other girls know that she's pregnant? I felt like they did, but now I don't think they do. But then Aaron did come over to Zach and say, did he need this baby stuff? There was two stuff because of Fatima being pregnant. So how did Aaron find out? Can anybody tell me? Because I sure don't remember. But as I stated before, we do see that Fatima is dealing with the stress of these conflicting emotions that she's going through while trying to support Zach. So anyway, that's everybody I wanted to discuss. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, because sharing is caring. It's your girl Barbie J saying peace.